Sit here and vibe to the music for a minute. Sipping on coffee. Welcome to stream number 2. If you missed it, my initial review of the game just went out right before we went live. So not only is my early thoughts video out from the first stream, you can also catch my initial review of the game. Matter of fact, let me get the link to that up and out and stickied everywhere. Because there's going to be somebody jumping in chat later on. What's your thoughts on the game? Do you like the game? Should I buy the game? What is the game like? Is the game fun? So let's get that pinned and stickied at the top of the chat. All right, we should be good to go. Let me continue where I left off. All right, we were about to go get rid of a corpse to hide some evidence. Pretty sure he said it was through those doors.
You're back. Tell me that means you've got something helpful for me.
I think he said it was through those doors. What's next?
Next, you go ensure there is no evidence that can allow the investigation to move forward that gets me and Bardot off the hook. You'll find Cuddy's body inside the tower, but youwer have to sneak your way
inside
past
the tower.
The guards.
That's what I was looking for. All right, so we got to go inside. Well, that's the tower, or is this the tower? That's the tower. Problem is, if I cross that threshold and they see me, I am AOC screwed. How many guards are there? Just the one? Oh, there's definitely more than one. Should have shut the door behind me. Should have shut the door behind me. While we're in here... Alright, oops, wrong thing. We gotta go up in here, up in here. What? There's no body. There was never a body to begin with. What are you talking about? Problem is getting caught on the way out. Shit, I think he saw me. Ah, maybe not. I think we're good. What's up, Deeks and Lou? I think Lou said something earlier. I may have already said good morning. I don't remember.
I've been told Chief Cuddy's corpse has gone missing. Which is a surprise to both of us, I'm sure.
Oh,
Thank you for your
definitely
help.
A surprise. Big
You've
surprise.
Saved 2 careers today and allowed us to put this whole miserable affair behind us.
Such a surprise. I had no idea. It's only behind you if you pay me and let Bardot go.
Of course. Debts left unpaid decays our character and all of anti-society. And this torrid affair has come close enough to doing both already. Regardless, it's nothing but ink in the ledger now. And speaking of ledgers, Bardot is free, and here's the balance for yours, which means we're done.
Well, let's go talk to Bardot.
You did it! You actually did it! I can't believe you could get it done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad to be out of that damn cage.
Couldn't rest knowing an innocent was being railroaded for someone else's crime. That's my Space Ranger perk. Dude, the Space Ranger perk has some really fun dialogue. Just...
Someone else's crime. So you know what happened?
Oh yeah. Abner didn't believe Cuddy was allergic, but crabble stock in the stew.
That good-for-nothing rung leech! That dunderhead! I can't believe he'd... Oh, he's about to learn that poor Chief Cuddy's not the only one with executive contacts in the family. My cousin's a VP in R&D who used to head testing on Numa. Abner's going to spend the rest of his downright miserable life wishing he just confessed and took what's coming. That makes me extra thankful for what you did. If it'd been left in Abner's hands, he'd have made sure they'd thrown me in a hole so deep, even the Sprats wouldn't come visit.
Well, she's pretty awesome. And also, level 11. Dang, bitches. Like... Oh, you could definitely keep going. Shit. Crabble Rancher needs 2 guns, which I can do next. I probably next. I could do it now. Just take 2 points. I haven't come across anything that needs. Yeah, I'm gonna risk this right now and take 2 points of guns. Because I think that'll then let me take Crabble Rancher. Well, I don't need to do it right now as a thing, though, because I can only take a perk every 2 levels. So, as long as I take guns next level, I'll be okay. Let's keep going lockpick and speech. Deke says, I'm definitely a shoot first in my Outer Worlds resumed playthrough. Talk, talk, attack. Dude, there was a line of dialogue earlier. I met with an NPC, and they were like offering me all these options, but they were also a vendor. And at the top it said, less talk, more trade. Like, it was just like, shut up and trade. Stop talking. I just had to laugh. Dude, and as good as the first game is, Deeks, this game is so much better. Oh man, there's so many more options for like speech dialogue. There's so many more options with the perk system. Like, it's everything that the first game did right and like cranked up to 11. I'm having such a great time. Yeah, I don't have enough points in observation for sure. Like, I already know how my second playthrough is gonna go. Like, I want to do hacking and engineering for my next character with like observation.
I'm offering deals so good they're worth crawling under the bullets and over the barbed wire it took to get here. Welcome to Bonnie's Barely Above Board Battlefield Bazaar, brought to you by Auntie's Choice. We know consumers are highly discerning in how they spend their bits in an active war zone, and I really appreciate you dodging literal bullets to bring me your business. And to show my gratitude, I'm offering you and only you a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime, exclusively discounted rate of 4/5 of Auntie's standard profiteering rate.
Wow, such a discount. Are you sure you'll manage to stay in business?
Only so long as you tell nobody of this amazing offer. If everybody got that deep a discount, I'd go out of business for sure. So, what will you be buying today?
Probably nothing, because I'm a broke because I spent all my money on gear. But I do need to sell all my junk, which didn't give me very much. What do you have? You have a tossball uniform. Ooh, a pet for my ship. 1800. Sad face. Heavy marksman rifle, damage 80. That is a better version of the sniper rifle than I have, and it has 3 mods instead of only 2. That's tempting. Rifle tracing, you weak spot hit target, marks target, make the priority to companions, and increases the damage they take. Also increases weak spot damage in general. Oh, I may be about to blow my money on a better sniper rifle. It's 800. I'm gonna. What's my current? Does 40? Oh, it's twice the damage. Ah, but this thing has a silencer on it. I just think that that's way better. That's twice the damage. Fuck it. You only live once. Tracing unit. Yes, I'll take it. Sell. Nothing at the moment. Hold that thought. All right, let's. Do I have enough to buy that grenade recipe? Niles, come here.
Being this close to DeVries feels like we're finally on track to set the universe aright. Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure, I always have.
Mods, sir. Tracing units. Select. Accept. Inventory. I'm gonna have to get a scope for this. I thought it had a scope. Apparently it does not. Yeah, I would need a scope.
Welcome back to Bonnie's barely above board battlefield What can I get you?
What was that other? It was a 1 point. Okay, yeah. It's better than nothing.
Can't get that Annie's Choice jingle out of my head. Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Oh.
All right. It's not quite as good as a sniper rifle, but like it doesn't do quite the zoom of a sniper rifle, but it's I guess there is a difference between a sniper rifle and a marksman rifle from the way they have this detailed. But it's double the damage. We're gonna have fun with it. Okay. All right. Journal. That is down here. Yeah, about to find out. This thing did double the damage of my sniper rifle, but it's not silenced, which I did enjoy from my sniper rifle. Now I just gotta find something to shoot with it so that I can test it out. Good guys? Bad guys? Those are corporate hirelings. Those are good guys. Keep an eye out for spiders or anything. smooth sailing so far. But I guarantee it ain't gonna last. You're a corporate hireling.
Guess they're survivors after all. For now, anyway.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked? You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot?
I'm an Earth Directorate agent, and when we see catastrophe, we must lend aid. Nah. The Order sent me to help as a gesture of goodwill. They didn't attack you.
Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that?
Because the Order Abbot sent me as an emissary? Actually, you know what? Honestly, I'm not. But the Monastery Abbot asked me to come, and he seemed very sincere.
Well, I suppose I appreciate your honesty. But even if I believe you, so what? The damage is done, and it's not like I'm mounting a counterattack.
So, if it wasn't the Order, you'd have a new enemy slaughtering your people.
Maybe. I suppose it's possible. But even if I believe you, what, by law, do you think I can do about it?
Be a damn professional and report the development to your superiors.
Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing, just letting you know that the Order says it wasn't them that slaughtered my men? Also, there's some new nameless, faceless, seriously cutthroat competitors trying to frame the Order, so we go back to killing each other.
Alright, point taken. So how can I convince you that the Order didn't do this?
Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you were someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me.
Badly. And you'd like my help with those.
You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you a word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you. See? Quid pro quo.
Quid
Or,
pro quo.
if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side.
Hint, hint. Use your speech skills and woo me with your language. Really? All it takes is some bits to solve this issue?
Absolutely. Bits are a bond that buys a broad bevy of believability. Auntie says so herself. They show sincerity, trustworthiness, and a goodly dose of class.
It's an intriguing offer, but I'd rather keep my bits. Why don't you tell me about these problems?
That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning.
I didn't have the
Contract
bribe.
medical list over there is
perk.
literally up to her elbows in it. Her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn auto docs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the auto docs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your message.
All right. You said you need a whole mess done. What else?
There's been a murder at one of our forts. Troopers accused of poisoning her senior
Now, we already
officer for some
solved that
preposterous
one.
reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him.
You should talk to... Yeah, she didn't. The security officer did, but I took care of it. Time to send my message.
Abner? You don't say. He seems so by the book. But I guess you never can tell, can you? And as for that message... Well, I suppose it can't reflect badly.
So
on
since
me
I
to
already
simply
did that
report the
quest at the
facts.
fort, I don't have to
And
do
you
this
have
stupid
already
side
made me
quest.
look better in the eyes of the executives. All right, I'll send it. Though if you're looking for more work, I'll gladly pay you as per Auntie's rules and bylaws. Solving the rest sure would pluck some cysts off the pig that is my migraine.
What else do you need done? Alrighty, but doesn't Annie require that you pay me for the work I've already done?
Pay you? Without a previous agreement? So you ain't part of Auntie's at all, are you? No, if you're fool enough to do it without a contract, you're fool enough to do it for free. But That's all the more reason for you to fill the contracts I have left. They're plenty lucrative enough to make you feel passively compensated. This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur.
Okay.
Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message.
You already, okay, we already sent your message, so.
Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
I'm not. Now, I couldn't bribe him because I was missing an option. Alright. Tell the Abbey you smooth things over with Auntie's choice. All that's left is to inform Abbot Newell of your success. Yeah, we don't have to do any of the other ones. Yeah. Do, 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 do.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to heaven? The Protectorate have only been sold a watered-down version.
I communicated your prediction to Administrator Agarwal. I'm not sure why she's budged on letting the refugees move into the exclusion zone, but I agree. Very worrying indeed. Anything I can do to assist you?
Yes. About those things I was working on.
Yes, what have you discovered?
I have taken care of it.
Oh, you've lessened the load on my mind considerably. And you have the Order's gratitude. Any other updates?
I don't know that there's any other to update you on.
Welcome back. I assume you're not here for that debate. Anything I can do to assist you?
How about you could enlighten me about something?
Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
Tell me more about the cultists you mentioned.
Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it?
What's the story with the giant statue?
That is a statue of the matriarch, Alexandra Varick, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
I've noticed you refer to Wiley as a seer.
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Fancy way of saying that you can predict the future.
Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
I too value a good lackey.
Not half as much as we value our benevolent overlord. Ain't that right, Val?
Error. Unable to interpret query due to unidentified actor. Benevolent overlord. Defaulting to agreement. Yes, Agent Ibarra. Your assessment is correct.
No, it's not like that at all. Our bond is an equitable partnership built upon a foundation of mutual respect and dedication to the plan. In fact, what would you put our combined efficacy rate at these days, Wiley?
I won't trouble our good agent here with the exact calculation, but the percentage is considerable.
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally propels you into the upper echelons. Truly, Landon, the Order doesn't realize what it has in you.
Haven't? Okay. Yeah. That seems that seems handy with a war going on.
Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great deal of pressure on me to navigate what is a rather novel situation.
Ugh, I need more coffee. That's like
Wiley,
the
I dare
drinks.
say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Many lives depend on him, on us both. Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development.
Well, that doesn't say much. Matrix Mercy is a disaster.
Not if you consider the alternative. Its absence would be far more catastrophic for these poor refugees. Really, the Order is being quite charitable.
Alright, well, we are down to 2 different quests. We will probably do the one that's closest.
Don't tell me you're one of those drones from Auntie's Choice.
Easy, friend. We're all in this together.
Is there a is that like a ammunition?
What caused the schism between the Protector and the Order?
Does she have stuff? No. Provisioner? No. Ah, here we go. I am so broke. Alright, let's sell some of this stuff. I don't need the sniper rifle anymore. I'm not using any sort of biomass weapons. I could probably sell the biomass canisters. Not using a pistol, so I could probably sell the short rounds. Gives me something to start with. Secret agent man, secret agent man. I'm holding on to that gas slinger helmet. Someone likes cowboys. It is a cool looking hat, man. What is that? Palm greaser. Bribes now cost less and stolen items sell for more. Alright, I need to buy, is it heavy rounds? No, I need to check.
To assist in crafting more ammo.
Heavy rounds. It does indeed use heavy rounds. Goodness gracious, that's expensive, but I'm gonna buy it anyway. I'm not gonna buy them all though. Let's buy 100 rounds just for now. All right.
Where do we go? Another refugee camp?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever reach?
What does this gun look like?
Wish. The invaders, order defecting.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not a sniper rifle. It's a marksman rifle, but still.
No putting this scrap back into the can.
Better than nothing. The sniper rifle that I had was okay, but it wasn't doing that much damage, so this ought to be a little better. I want to try this thing out, man. Here we go. That worked rather nicely. When in doubt. Link to the review is at the top of the page. Whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Kick, you can find the link to my initial review right there at the top of the chat. That was published just before the stream today. So if you're looking for thoughts on what I think about the game, how the game is, and so on and so forth, you can catch that video at your leisure. How am I getting down there? Oh, there's a road, I see. Closer to the road? Yeah, we're on the right track. Don't want to go down through there. Good, yeah. Initiate coordinates. Okay. Yeah, we're on the right path. God, that sounds like xenomorphs, man. Yep, this is the path we need to follow. See anything around here so far. Alright, it's time for a hard save. Alright, this looks... Alright, so we got a lockdown happening here at the mine. Amateur network and uncover her present whereabouts. Investigate the NRA range. I wonder if we should save this manufactory for later. Now that I'm looking at this map, I'm wondering if maybe I ought to go over here first. Because this was a one where if we if we unveil any treachery, we can report it back. As opposed to the manufacturer, because that facility looked freaking massive. Yeah. How do I get down there? Is there like an elevator? There is indeed. Wait! Secret agent man. I am an Earth Directorate secret agent. You will bow to my authority. Somebody just said, I want to see a real review of this game rather than it's Avowed 2.0, so we automatically have to hate it. And I'm like, that's what my review's for. Because I'm loving the game. Pretty stupid. I'm gonna hate it because I didn't like Avowed it. Microsoft sucks. It's too expensive. God, the day-night cycle, man. This planet has some really cool vibes at nighttime. Shit, is that a good guy? Those creepy sounded critters,
Can't
man.
say I was expecting to see anyone else in these parts for a good long while.
Well, I do like to go lots of different places. Something happened over... Oh, that's a creepy looking cave. I'm gonna ignore the cave for now. I bet spiders came out of that cave. And I bet I don't want to go into that cave.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Careful! That cave is chock full of arachnids. I'd stay away. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Careful!
I am gonna stay away.
Chock full of arachnids. Stay away.
But it's good to know, because there's probably a mommy varactid inside of there that we may have to go take out for a different quest. That's where we're looking ahead, and there's gotta be a bridge somewhere. I don't mind the hurt. I made it across. That's the only thing that matters. That's right. Get some Outer Worlds as your post-marathon fun. I don't know how many planets are in the game, nor do I care. Has no impact on my enjoyment of the game whatsoever. A few, that's all I know. Pretty sure they've made a statement somewhere talking about how many planets there are. Maybe they haven't. I don't know.
Associate Carrington, audio log entry 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally. I'll just peek. No. Trust in the equation. Trust in those greater than I in the order. I will keep looking forward for enemies from that vector. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I have faith that the architect...
This one appears to have been too terrified to even look at us. I almost feel bad killing him.
I almost feel bad killing him. Alright, this looks promising right here. Look at that poster. These poor brainwashed suckers. Pinnacle pills and a foil. I know, JK. It's just another point that naysayers want to try to. But there's only you know.
Waste on your command.
Dude, how the hell are you chucking a grenade that far? Oh my god. That guy has got an arm. My goodness. Pure spread. Sneaky way in. Transition to N-ray range. That's one way to go.
This entrance is sealed. Commencing search for alternate means of entry.
Well, I found one, so it's fine. Okay. We're going in over here. Sneaking. Sneaking.
percentage of biological fluids on the floor has crossed acceptable parameters. Please watch your step.
Thanks, Valerie. Appreciate it. Okay. That's a lot of blood. Alright, we came in through that hatch. Can I get out through that hatch? I can. Alright. Okay. Alright, bodies everywhere. Dude, that is not a good sign.
We can hear those wriggly little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
That's not good. Oh, this is a switch puzzle, which I don't know how to solve yet. Come back to that. Valley, your creepy eyes in the middle of the darkness are not helping me any. Alright, let's see here. Blood splatters on the wall, doors barred shut. That's not good. Is that person immediately an enemy? No, they're not. Oh, I remember this. I saw this in the trailers. This is where you get like the thing that you can use to like see invisible stuff. I vaguely remember watching a trailer on this.
0.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by, is it 30 or, oh, hello.
Best talk quick, Commander. Won't give any answers once that bullet's finished its work.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? I hope you're here to help regardless. That would be nice.
I don't have medicals, so you hurt pretty bad, but I got a trauma kit. Keep still for a second.
Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body.
Do you know where Victor Clemens is?
Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse.
I need you to focus. Where is he?
He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds.
Yeah, what exactly is going on here?
3 days ago, the range was inundated with fiends. Cultists, I believe. I am unaware if they're immensely foolhardy or simply mad, but they've caused no shortage of destruction. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient.
There are invisible cultists here?
Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays. It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We've an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate.
If you've got a gadget for seeing the unseen, how did you get caught unaware?
If I'm still alive in a week, I'll put in a suggestion to the presiding bishop that N-ray scanners be standard issue. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it.
Alright, sounds like I got some
your
work to
aid.
do.
I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening.
Something about behind the vent. This right here, maybe? Oh, that's lovely. Hang on, I'm gonna get shocked again.
Vitals have fallen below acceptable parameters.
Yeah. I don't see that there's anything else beyond here. Is that another door? It is.
Look there, on the counter. Reckon it's the N-ray scanner that scientist was on about.
Aha! You've acquired an N-ray scanner. Use this device to see enemies, wires, and traps through walls. It also detects invisible threats. When used in combat, you gain additional critical hit chance. Oh, so I don't actually have to. So it's a gadget. Beautiful. That's right, we're back, Transcends.
The rift is my gateway to transcendence. My piety is the key.
Alert. Hostile.
Salted pea-free nuts. Dude, if your nuts aren't free of pea, I don't know. Man. I don't know, man. There is a puzzle in here. See wires through walls. Following them often leads you to sources that power objects such as doors, traps, and hazards. So I would need to enable power to that thing over there. So that has a cooldown. I just realized it keeps coming off, and now I know why. Whoa, note that overacting in 1 of 3 stages will overload the steps per turn. I'm gonna reset. So I can't. What door was over there? Oh, hello. Yeah, I put more points into it, Transcend. What I did earlier is, yeah, 11's definitely not. Yeah, I just kept going. I do have a trait next level that needs guns too. So probably when I ding 12, I'm gonna do 1 gun, 1 observation, and then I'm just gonna keep going speech and lockpick until such time. I don't know what the cap is.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work. I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses.
Hold that thought. Hello there. Son of a bitch, where are you at? We're good? We survive?
Apologies. Emergency protocols unready.
We survived. Auntie's choice, liftoff. That hastily assembled from scrap components and wires. Beyond that, you can't judge much about it.
Looks like some kind of communication device. Could be handy.
We'll worry about that door here in a second. Who are you?
You cannot remain here. Complication after complication befalls this facility, and death stalks its halls. It was all well and good to end those cultists' suffering, but that was but the barest tip of the danger present in this facility. I implore you to depart.
I implore you. How about we discuss DeVry's plan and your part in it?
I have nothing to say.
I already know. Okay, hang on a second. Is that restraint I hear? Didn't expect that from one of DeVry's lackeys.
I am no lackey. I only work with Augustine to do what is necessary for Arcadia. Oh, I don't expect people like you or Augustine to understand. My work is humane and must be finished. All else is secondary. You must remove yourself from the range. I don't want your blood on my hands, but I will spill it if you force me.
Counteroffer. You wait where you are, don't do anything crazy, and we talk like adults.
No, don't you understand? If my work is forestalled in any way, so many more will suffer. And I am already much too far behind. I have been forced to enact measures for self-defense in the wake of these cultists. They will serve just as effectively against you. I beg you, leave immediately. Remain, and you will assuredly suffer a violent demise.
So he's not even going to talk to me. So we're going to have to work our way through here and deal with him, apparently. Alright, so I bet I can go through here to do something. I don't know what yet, though. Hello there. Charged triple barrel shotgun. Charged burst. Interesting. Plasma caster armor. Ooh. Shame you don't really do expected use. Ritual mask. Interesting. Welcome, Archivist Clemens. This is an automated reminder to perform breathing exercises.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
From Abbott Newell, subject Wiley's calculations. I'm confident his math is immaculate, but please contact me directly with any concerns or questions. Personal log, select an entry, incident notes. Danger extreme, login while I have time. Facility breached by unknown agents, not antis, definitely not protectorate. Diluted and chaotic, might be religious, avoid at all costs. Experiment destroyed, unknown agents affected by processed N-rays. Managed to salvage sufficient amount of out-of-phase explosives. May need to use some for self-defense. We need to find a way to recreate experiments. Unable to send message for help from here. These calculations were not written by Wiley. What is the Abbott playing at? Sending me this. There must be some kind of ploy, but what?
Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
for storage container, some kind of experimental melee weapon. Oh. Interesting. Well, I'm not getting that unlocked. I'll get electrified if I go through there. The Earthly Deteriorate found a flaw in you. To avoid drugs to a fault, leaving you particularly vulnerable to their effects. Yeah, I never take drugs. That's funny. Well, I do take drugs, but that's funny. Yeah, I'm gonna reject. I don't want any negative flaws. Violently explosive diarrhea. Hang on, there's something up top there. Salted chips. I tell you what, some chips sound really good right about now. They are, no, it's not a trait transit. You have to check the vendors. So, I have only ever found recipes for ammo at the vendors and the vendor machines. So, just every single time you see a vendor or a vending machine, check it. Because it might have recipes. So, grenade recipes, ammo recipes, mod recipes, although you can buy mods individually as well. But specifically ammo recipes and, like grenade recipes. Those have all been found at... So I didn't find heavy ammo and long ammo until I got to this planet, and to be honest with you, I think it was... I can't look at the outside menu. I'm inside here now. I can't look at the map. Mother's Matriarch's place or whatever, the monastery. There's some vendors there that had, yeah, the ammo that I needed from like my sniper rifle and stuff. Oh, I didn't know it either until I was like, I don't know, somewhere 10 hours into the game. I happened to be at a vendor and I saw a little green thing. I was like, what's that? And it said ammo recipe. And I was like, oh shit, so you gotta buy recipes. That's a great thing to add to my beginner's guide.
Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage.
Are a greater ally than any number of fellow scientists.
Oh, his voice is weird. What happened to Victor's experiment?
Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful day. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists flooded the range, they damaged the N-ray canisters. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. Some cultists were killed, but many more still lived, moving unseen at the range.
Why are you blaming Victor?
Because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned.
Yeah, it's the second time it's happened. It happened earlier to Niles, my companion. It's just an audio cue that's missing, so rather than the voice being here, it's acting like it's still behind. So there's a voice box. If you back out of here, there's a voice box on the front side of this window, and it's sounding from the headset right over here.
There's no such thing as invisibility. The cultists are out of.
Oh, you did transcend? I can't wait.
I strongly recommend against exposing yourself to process that most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure.
I'm gonna skip past this really quick just so I can get it. That's slightly annoying to hear it like that. A few hours. Why does everyone keep using the term out of phase?
Further investigation and experimentation. Out of phase refers to a shift in the dimensional data.
Okay.
But only partially.
Trying to get killed on the way out. Or maybe not. So it was just sounding like it was coming from the window, because that's where he was talking before. Now I wonder if it's still like that if I talk to him now.
Thank you again for your help. Left my belongings and leave what I like once it's easy.
There's a speaker around here somewhere that it's coming from. That's weird. Found a bug. That is a nice looking mod, to be honest with you. Let me look at that really quick. %20 damage resistance below 50% health. I'm pretty sure my current... Oh, by the way, this is what you're looking for, Transcend. You see these little green... These little green boxes, or green cartridges? Recipe compact rounds, recipe distraction device, recipe mag pick, recipe bypass shunt, concussive mine, inhaler charge. Like, these are what you're looking for, is these little green... They have a green background, but they're like rectangular, they look like cartridges. But these are the recipes that you have to own in order to craft items. Hang on, where did my... let's look at my inventory. Alright, I already have that one. Yeah. It's alright, it's all good. I didn't figure it out until later either. Alright, so we can't get through there. Exposure to infused N-rays not been safely tested. Project reports. Experimental N-ray scanner, which I have. Prototype N-ray scythe, which is what we found earlier, but I can't get to it. Oh, a silenced plasma pistol. Ooh, baby. I actually am going to equip that right now. Because we are in here, and I would love a silenced... I'm not going to do any sniping in here, so we can replace that marksman rifle. Here we go. Got a silenced blaster. Ooh, and we got ourselves a workbench. Do I have any mods? I'm not going to be wearing any of that armor. Nope. Nothing. Wait, do I have any party upgrades? No. I should do a save, man. It's been a while. Not gonna be able to hit it from here. That is a tripwire, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not gonna be able to trigger it from here. Well, there's nothing for it. Oh, I don't have the explosive to disarm it. I'm not gonna be able to. This is hold that thought. I don't know what that is up there. All right. So essentially, let's save here because this is gonna be bunny hopping is what this is gonna be. Oh, I managed to land right on top of it. That's why I saved. I don't have explosives to disarm any of these, so I gotta try to get through here. Ah, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. That is going to be really tricky to try to bunny hop those. There's no way for me to cut the wire, I don't think, either. And I can't, like, can I force these to, like, blow up? No. Fucking made it! I am a rock star. how I'm getting to that pan. Oh, I see. By the way, there was a corpse there that I missed. Link is at the top of the chat on for anybody watching, whether you're watching on Kick, Twitch, or YouTube. We're live in all three places. There is a link at the top of the chat, sticky/pinned at the top, which is my initial review of the game, which went live before the stream started. So for anybody wanting to know my thoughts on the game, that's where you can find it. Whoa! Okay, that's not going to come all the way this way, which is nice. That is a sealed door. Oh, is there a trap down here? There must have been. Oh, there's a hatch down here. Oh my goodness. That's the one that I toggled in there. Oh, that's sealed. Oh, to that box, which I can't get through. So yeah, we can't. We're not. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure that one out. I'm gonna have to go down. But it looked like the left on both sides had traps. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna get fried. Okay, now I can get past the door. Oh, did that turn off the traps too? It turned off everything. Perfect. Well, hopefully we can talk him down.
My entreaties were never going to pierce your stubborn will. Not when we spoke before, not when you reached my traps. I should have guessed. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die.
Well, let's see if my speech checks will get me through here. There's always a choice. Stand down and nobody needs to get hurt.
I was warned that you would attempt to. You would use subterfuge to sway me. I cannot allow this. I cannot allow our efforts to be in vain. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth.
I thought you were a scientist, not a martyr. Is this how you want to be remembered?
Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character.
All right, here we go. Wait a minute. Did Verizon put you up to this? That's what her message was implying.
At the end of all things, my decisions were predestined. I am not at liberty to divulge the reasoning behind my actions. You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain, the words would be lost on you.
If it would prevent needless deaths, why not try?
Your verbiage does not conceal the gaps in your knowledge. But the presiding bishop has taught us that ignorance is not a punishable sin. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end.
Would pure scientific certainty have saved your coworker? No, that was me.
If what you say is true, then you have my tentative thanks. However, scientific certainty would absolutely have prevented that from happening. We would have predicted it. DeVries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this truth can be pursued. The one right path for humanity revealed to us. Politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray.
Oh, yeah. I think I finally understand you. You're afraid to live with what you've been doing here.
What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device to himself?
I sure as hell wouldn't blow myself up on somebody else's behalf.
That's not all this. Helping DeVries, completing the work on my explosives is important. It matters. DeVries agrees.
DeVries destroyed Horizon Point, killing hundreds of people. You want to be like her?
Augustine couldn't have done such a thing. She was on a secret mission at the time.
Yep, at Horizon Point.
I don't wish to believe you, but what you're saying has the ring of truth to it. I've been a fool going along with this farce. But it stops now. My relationship with Augustine is at
I talked him down. Nice. What was your plan with helping DeVries anyhow?
I found a way to, via the use of processed N-rays, send objects out of phase. It was inconsistent, but I was close to isolating the procedure. DeVries needed explosives for her plan. By making them unseen, the explosives could be placed as efficiently as possible. No one would be maimed or injured, just killed. Saying that out loud now, it sounds unreal. But somehow, I convinced myself that leaving no survivors was more humane.
What's up, Petey?
It's a shame I can't speak to a vicar.
Trent, since I wasn't able to talk him down, nicely done. Cool. That's awesome to see the variations, too. Alright, you did the right thing.
I appreciate your consideration. Things could have been very different had your cooler head not prevailed.
Well, goodbye. Try not to join any of the revolutionary groups, okay?
You've certainly convinced me I cannot remain here. May we meet again, when the paths of our lives are at greater apexes. Before I leave, here, a key to my private quarters. You may take any explosives you find. I hope it will give you comfort that I shall not return to my ignoble work.
Nice. Level 12. Now this is where I'm actually going to take points in something not related to speech, I think, because I want to be able to get Crabble Rancher. So, and I don't know if I need any more observation. Tracker. Face reader. Yeah, I don't see options that reduce faction with them. I don't see that I need any more observation for any of the perks that I want. So I think I'm just going to take... Right now, I think I'm going to take 2 points in guns. And then I'm going to take Crabble Rancher. And then next time I get a perk, I'll take Eden Windage. And then at some point, as soon as I can, I'll take Tall Tale Teller. And then that should get me the next. That's like the next 4, 5, 6 levels sorted. And then I can go back to doing speech lockpick, speech lockpick, speech lockpick. Alright, how do I get to his room?
I owe you not only that life, but sheer knowledge. You turned me from a terrible path. I will make the most of it. I promise you.
Yeah, I gotta find what his room is. Is that it down there? Is this his room? Yes, I think so, because he talked about explosives. Oh, I got my 5th advanced decryption key, which I needed. Compact rounds, large plasma. This doesn't look like his room, though, is it? Travel to the end range left you fundamentally changed. Yeah. Pass. Well, I gotta figure out what was his room. Because he gave me a key. Right? Inventory. Let's look at quest items. I guess it was just the maintenance hatch key that he gave me. And so I think that was where I was supposed to go. Alright, never mind. I think we're good. I guess that was where I was supposed to go in the first place. Back up we go. Oh, I have to hold. Loading, please wait. Alright, this is the main entrance. Where does this go? Oh, hello. Oh, this is another one of those mural pieces. How do I... Oh, no. Yeah. Do you know what I forgot to do at the first mural? I forgot to take the piece from the first mural. I may need to go back. And I don't remember where that first mural was, damn it. I think it was at the subway, when I got off the subway. Yeah. I think we have to go to that subway platform. Alright, this was the main entrance. That's good. Alright, now before I forget... Yeah, landing pad. No, actually it's not the landing pad. I think it was the... Yes. I think in here there was another one of those. I thought I was just looking at the murals. I didn't realize there was something I could grab off of it. But I just saw that highlightable object because I know I have a collection quest to collect the pieces. Where did I see that in here? I may have to go back up top. Any plans? No, but I do need to sell all junk here. Because I need money. James MC says, can't wait for this, not long now. Yeah, it's what, 2 days away from general launch, I think? Here it is. Here it is.
Analyzing authenticity. All but one panel of this mural is a reproduction.
That right there.
For preservation purposes, relocating it to the incognito storage may be advisable.
I just got art enthusiast perk. XP from companion kills 4%. Nice. All right, I have okay. Now we need to go to the manufacturing facility. But before they do that, he wants to talk to me about something. And if I had to guess, probably multiple companions want to talk to me at the ship, so... I'm also going to go check to see if there's any more coffee. I'll be right back. Grab the last of the coffee. I'll probably get shot later. Ooh, I can open this. That is a cool ass mod too. Projectiles that come too close will automatically be destroyed at the cost of the use of energy, which stay in your comfort zone with the defense dome. This one's the Lonesome Ranger. While in combat and not attacking, gain 33% damage every 2 seconds until your next attack, reload, or swap of weapons. Alright, I have multiple companions wanting to talk to me, so let's see what's
you owe
up.
me a sparring session. Get your gloves and warm up.
What? Again? I don't suppose you'd accept a doctor's oath for vow.
Come on. I already promised I won't throw elbows this time. Where's your fighting spirit?
Must have had it knocked clean out of me. In fact, why don't I go look for it now?
Ain't gonna climb the corporate ladder with that attitude. You could just learn to duck, you know. We did good by all the folk in Golden Ridge. If we hadn't eased the pressure between the Order and the troops at Outpost Opportunity, the kettle would have blown its top eventually. Instead, the ceasefire can remain in place, and folk can sleep soundly. Thank you.
You're welcome. Personal matters?
How personal are we talking?
What was it like in the Enhanced Soldier Division?
Couldn't say. I was in it all of 2 days before my graft started festering. Before that, I was an infantry medic. Our platoon was one of the first to touch down in Arcadia. I would have continued serving front line in an upgraded capacity, but, well, once the state of my graft became apparent, it was decided that parting ways would be best.
Decided by who?
My commanding officer, and the surgeon who performed the operation, I imagine. I wasn't lucid at the time. When I regained consciousness, I saw that my service pistol was gone, and a termination notice was in its place. I put two and two together. That was a bad morning. Look, I knew dismissal was a possibility when I volunteered for the procedure. A successful graft is a boon, a failed one is a colossal liability. I'm a walking lesson in breakage.
So where's your company now?
Oh, that information is outside my purview. I miss my platoon. Most of the time. I hope they're holding on okay wherever they are. Huh. If nothing else, they'll have Ortiz to keep up morale. I know the nonstop jokes from that bastard sustained me for weeks. Yeah, he's tough. He'll be all right.
Sounds like you miss him.
Of course I do. Can't help but wonder if I'm missed in return. Anyhow, I would rather return to the matter at hand. No use dwelling on those out of sight and out of mind. Right.
Been thinking about your graft. What if Doc Tinsley's expertise isn't enough?
If this new graft fails, you mean? Then I keep pushing forward till I can't anymore. You didn't see me when I first got out of surgery and came to Paradise Island. The fact that you and I met at all is a testament to Doc's skill. But suppose if her treatment doesn't stick, then maybe it's my time to go. You can only cheat death so many times. You know that as well as I do.
What about the doc who gave you the first graft?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you who that doctor was or where they're stationed. Grafting was a procedure in its infancy, see? So corporate liked to keep things hush-hush. Can't say I like the thought of it. Could have been cut open in the middle of a cave for all I know. I'd rather not dwell on those moments, if it's all the same to you. What matters is the here and now. Fine by me?
I wanted to know about your old unit and your old friend Ortiz.
Like I said, we were both in the same unit. Me as a combat medic, him as a machine gunner. Everyone in my unit was from Tau Ceti, so we already had that in common. And we served on the front lines, which made us look out for one another that much more. See, most of us were laborers, and we just got our first real shot at something greater. We wanted to make a name for ourselves, and what better way to do that than become a hero? Our onboarders promised that if we demonstrated exceptionalism, showed initiative, that we'd get promoted quick. And our days of living in squalor would be far behind us.
You don't think it's odd that Auntie's Choice put their newest employees on the front line?
It ain't like they forced us to join up. We did that on our own. And it said in our contract that they could send us wherever we were needed. Can't complain if where we're needed is in a trench staring down the barrels of a minigun.
They took you to Tau Ceti, your home, and then treated you as expendable. That should bother you.
I reckon that's a difference in perspective.
So how'd you and Ortiz first meet?
We spent a week crouched in the same foxhole under aerial bombardment. Shared water one sip at a time by the end of it. Anyone would have been friends after that. I don't know if I would have made it out alive without him. Maybe I'll tell him that over a beer one day. Praise him in front of the whole saloon. Law knows he's got a thing for heroics.
Glad the two of you survived. How did the rest of your unit fare?
Better than I'd feared. Only had to bury 2 troopers and amputate 5 limbs. I'm thankful every day that the Protector can't aim for shit.
Were you and Ortiz, you know?
Commander, has your gray matter reverted to that of a prepubescent? No, we ain't, you know. We're friends. Nothing romantic-like. But maybe could have been, under other circumstances. But I'd say those circumstances have well and truly flown.
You made it sound like Ortiz saved you.
He kept me clear-headed. Every so often there'd be a lull in the bombardments and I'd hear voices all across the field, calling out for aid, for mama, for death. Almost got my head clean taken off when I tried to scramble out of the foxhole the first night. I heard a call for help and moved on instinct. Damn foolish of me, really. Ortiz told me not to panic, to wait till he could provide cover, to just shout first aid instructions where I could. It was too valuable to fall in battle, he said. It was a rough few nights at first, knowing I couldn't help folk who needed it. And the reward for that torment? was my life.
I'm glad he looked out for you. Can't imagine you not being in my crew.
I appreciate that, Commander. In any case, I'm only standing here because of a damn fine soldier who became my friend. I'll carry that knowledge always.
All right. We had a good conversation with her. Let's talk to Niles.
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have.
Why? What were you picturing?
Someone with a little more grit. That man back there? Reckon a tough crossword puzzle would have eventually sent him over the edge, even if we hadn't come along. I'm glad we were able to show him a little grace. DeVries obviously manipulated him into acting against his conscience.
James said I just got an awesome ad for this game.
What might have happened if DeVries
Nice.
had let us in on our initial plan? Surely we would.
They've had some great marketing commercials around this.
Right?
I've always been a sucker for a confident woman, so who could say?
You should have met her before Horizon Point. She was really something. It's just, I look at someone like Victor and see the trap I might have fallen into.
You and Victor are two very different people.
True. But DeVries is still DeVries. She's good at deconstructing folks, uncovering their points of failure. She'd have known I had my heart set on being a hero. After Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest.
And you still can. Just stay focused on being the best agent you can.
I will say, it's a lot easier to do just that nowadays. With you around, that is. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed.
Tell me more about this merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice.
It was less merger and more hostile takeover. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like Spacer's Choice tried to outmaneuver Anti-Cleo through quasi-legal means and got a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering an entire system. Funny how life works out. Oh yeah? What's needling you?
You ever get... Yeah, we never got a chance to get to know each other. I'd like to change that.
Fair point. Guess Horizon Point didn't exactly foster a lasting fellowship, did it?
We've been up to the past 10 years.
All I heard about this moon called Eden. Ain't much lived up to the name, though. All jesting aside, what's there to tell? Spent the first year getting back up on my feet, literally. Been mostly laying low since then, maintaining my cover. Before the invasion, at least, the Earth Directorate still needed someone to watch the colony, and I had 2 working lamps.
So it's just you and Valerie the whole time?
Not always. Went a couple of stretches there on low power to avoid detection from Protectorate patrols. I usually shut her down for a few cycles then. The way you're gawping at me right now makes me think I answered that question wrong.
You were alone a long time now. I just want to make sure you're okay.
I appreciate the concern. Won't lie, had some hard years. Got caught up in a few lost causes, the particulars of which I'd rather not go into now, if it's all the same.
Has anything good happened since Horizon Point?
I found you. Oh, and Val's been stalling less since I patched her acclimator. Ship doesn't smell anymore. That's about it.
Wait, what did the ship smell like before?
Spratwurst.
I'm gonna need details. A lot more details.
I was trying to teach myself some new skills in the galley. Val got it into her hardware. I needed a hobby. I figured Spratwurst ain't an easy meal to mess up.
What did you discover?
Well, I learned about 20 ways how not to fix a worst.
Well, you obviously didn't grow up in Arcadia. What was life like where you're from?
Like most colonies. Good people being ground down from above. A lot of fancy talk from suits about streamlining and quarterly earnings while them on the line barely scrape by. Triangulum's known for churning out freighters, and shipbuilding ain't exactly known for being clean, safe work neither. Especially when corners get cut. Can't remember a time I didn't end the day all banged up, filthy, and smelling like I just crawled out of an exhaust port.
Bet you were eager to jump at a chance to escape.
It was hard work, sure. But there was something special about seeing one of them long haulers fire up her engines for the first time and knowing you had a hand in her construction. Funny thing was, I wasn't even an engineer back then. but I wanted to learn, so I paid attention. Too good of attention, as it turned out.
The plot thickens.
I was working late one evening and overheard something I shouldn't have. Some bigwigs exchanging inside information that would have cost the corporation a pretty bit. A day later, I was being accused of corporate espionage. Didn't want to bring any heat down on anyone else, so I went on the run before the first jackboot showed up at my door.
How'd you go from fugitive to Earth to record agent?
I was on the run for, I don't even know how long. The days sort of bled into one another. I started losing hope of things ever changing for the better. Then, the Earth Directorate showed up. They liberated Triangulum, pulling me and the rest of the colony out from under the corporate boot. Joining up after that just made sense.
Nice. Tell me how you first met DeVries.
She was one of the forward agents who went ahead to assess just how bad Triangulum had gotten. We met while I was in hiding, and I helped her learn the lay of the land, as it were. She was no nonsense. I thought her one of the smartest people I'd ever met. And while she could also be cutting, I felt like I only caught her edge when I deserved it. I liked her. And for some reason, she seemed to take a shine to me. But she wasn't around long. By the time I officially joined up, she'd already moved on to the next mission.
Is that the last time you saw her before Horizon Point?
Sure was. Kept hoping I might run into her during training. But now I know she was busy turning her coat here in Arcadia.
Do you ever regret becoming an Earth Directorate agent?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, that's never been my calling. Not sure I'd be here if I had anywhere else to go.
Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd gone back to my old life instead of becoming an agent. Stayed on Triangulum, become an engineer or something near to it. I knew joining up with the Earth Director wasn't going to be a life of low turbulence. But at least it'd have dignity and purpose to it.
New World Eternum life queues, login queues. Well, that's kind of a good thing. It means things are still going well population-wise. But I've also heard the European server is a little bit harder to get into. They haven't spun up as many new servers. Excitement. Don't forget about excitement.
Could have maybe done with a smidge less excitement back on Horizon Point. But back to your initial question. Do I regret becoming an agent? Yeah. Some days. But then there's days like the one when I found you. And, well, not much to regret there. Only thing I know for sure is my opinion today is colored by more than just the rosy tint of a low-run kid looking up at the stars. Life's not fair. But it keeps on.
I bet that kid would be awful proud of the man you've become.
You buttering me up for a favor? I'll tell you right now, I'm not taking extra shifts cleaning the head.
I'm highly allergic to liquid cleaners. It causes what doctors call Sproutwurst fingers.
Noted? Oh, and thanks for what you said. Maybe I'm not as far away from where I started as I thought. My folks shuffled off the motor coil when I was little. Assembly line accident. Got passed between some distant relations for a few years. They tried their best. Weren't cruel or nothing, but life on Triangulum was tough. And they had their own families to worry about, you know? I didn't like feeling like I was adding to their burden, so I struck out on my own just as soon as I could. And well, you know how that turned out.
You ever miss them?
Yeah. Thoughts crossed my mind over the years, especially when it was just me and Val. I wish I spent more time with her when I had the chance. No point in something you're never getting back, though.
Well, we won't be stuck in Arcadia forever. Maybe you can visit them one day.
That's either hope or foolishness, Commander, and I can't tell which. Even if we survive the rift, 10 years is a long time to be gone. No word. They probably figure I'm dead. Avoid it all. Now you got me thinking about it. How about this? We ever make it out of this system, I'll take you back to Triangulum and make the introductions myself. Deal?
Deal.
Oh yeah. They're gonna get a real charge out of you.
Alright, so there's a couple of conversations with them. Let's go talk to, is it Tristan? Haven't really had a long talk with him. I haven't used him as a party member because he's all Mr. I'm a loyal paladin.
I find our decision to spare Victor troubling. We've only his word he would not return to De Vries's fold. Allowing him to live is a risk, and an extreme one. I'd hope your reasoning to be sound.
Killing a repentant person doesn't seem just to me.
My fellows would say that the justice of the matter is second to the danger of the individual. Yet I am not, my fellows, and I see your point. Certainly. I consider myself an open tome.
What was your upbringing like?
Straightforward. I was trained from a young age under the tutelage of Supreme Arbiter Marthana Andros, alongside my co-protege. Only those rated most highly on the Protectorate Acumen test could be placed even among the ranks of Arbiters. And to be mentored by the Supreme Arbiter herself was a great honor. Moreover, she taught her proteges to seek out evidence before judging as they saw fit, despite the fact that an Arbiter needs nothing of the sort to declare something a crime.
I'm surprised corruption is a bigger problem with you Arbiters.
An Arbiter would never abuse their power. Every action we take is on behalf of the Sovereign and upholding the Protectorate. In any other society, I could see such a scenario resulting in anarchy, but the Protectorate is matriarch ordained. Our devotion is ironclad.
Sounds like you've just created a system where no one can ever step out of line.
Why would they need to? The Protectorate provides everything any individual could want. Anything beyond the norm is unnecessary at best and actively traitorous at worst.
Why do you think the Supreme Arbiter taught you to back up your judgments?
As the Protectorate's most elite, we proteges needed to be able to think flexibly and adapt to situations that faced us should they require adaptation. At least, I believe that's why. Would that I could still ask her. Alas. Sneer all you like, but our society has operated in this manner for more than 100 years. Normally, arbiters do not need to prosecute, for all operate as they should.
Let's change subjects.
Ask, and I shall answer.
How's the life of an arbiter treating you?
Quite well. I am able to uphold justice wherever it may flag. Bolstered, of course, by your steady support. Was there more in this vein you wish to discuss?
You talk a lot about the Sovereign. What's so special about him?
Why, he is of the Matriarch's direct lineage.
That part I get. Why does it matter?
Only he possesses the understanding to lead us all. Someone not Matriarch ordained would bring the Protectorate to ruin. May his leadership of Arcadia last for many years. I hope someday to be party to his glorious presence. If
Brainwashing
I had
is so
one
scary.
wish, it would be that he leaned less upon the Consul's guidance. The Sovereign alone knows what is best for Arcadia. Meddlers should not be abided.
How do Sentinels and Arbiters differ?
In every respect, save being humans, and perhaps even that is arguable in the Sentinels' case. Where Arbiters uphold justice and loyalty within the Protectorate, the Sentinels operate on its fringes. They are clandestine operatives, little more than alleyway backstabbers. I find them wholly unnecessary. As you might expect, they are the Consul's pet project.
Alright, crazy man. Back out we go. Okay, we are ready to go to the manufacturing facility now, which was a run down the path. Well, I need to equip that marksman rifle.
Injuries detected. Please seek medical assistance prior to loss of consciousness. How may this unit assist you,
I forgot to
Commander?
talk to you, Valerie. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Presenting the Valerie unit. The latest and greatest in a line of Earth Directorate support automechanicals. All you could want in a squad mate at half the cost. The Valerie unit is the exclusive property of the Earth Directorate and is not intended for civilian or commercial use. Resale of this unit is strictly prohibited.
What does Valerie stand for anyway?
Vitality augmentation, logistics evaluation, reconnaissance, and information extraction unit.
That's a mouthful.
Do you have any other queries, Commander?
You've been in operation a long time. Give me the highlights.
This unit was first deployed on a mission to Redacted more than 10 years ago and was primarily credited for that operation's success. Other highlights include the triumph at Redacted, the rescue of Redacted, and the first successful execution of the Stanfield maneuver in zero gravity.
What's the Stanfield maneuver?
Detailed instructions on how to perform the Stanfield maneuver are proprietary to the Earth Directorate and strictly confidential.
Niles, do you know what it is?
Never scored myself the clearance to learn it for fact, but best as I can tell, it's a complex EVA involving a drone and an agent shot up with enough adrenal to wake the dead.
Attempts at the Stanfield maneuver, as proposed by theorist Marion Stanfield, has resulted in multiple deaths, mutilations, and maimings, leading to a ban shortly after discovery. Do you have any other queries, Commander?
How much weight do you think you can carry?
Attempting to ride this unit in order to replicate the experience of flight is strongly discouraged.
I was only referring to your bearing capacity value.
This unit can support up to 100 pounds of weight while still remaining airborne, and is not ideal for body transportation or disposal.
Fair enough.
Do you have any other queries, Commander?
Alright, out we go. I have found all sorts of loot. That's why I take lockpicking in every game I play. I am a loot magnet. Every character I play and every game that I play is a lockpicking primary. Usually in fantasy games it's a stealth archer, and in space RPGs it is usually some type of smuggler slash fast talker. But lockpicking is always the way to go for me. Down here. There's a missile coming in somewhere. I heard it. Don't know where it landed. All right. Okay, this will be where we can sneak in here and see what we're gonna see.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zerania Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors.
I have a writ of investigative inquiry from Abbot Newell. Open up.
Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir. This is Factor Metadine. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see the sword. Building on the left.
Copy that.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me.
Oh, we've heard your voice before as well.
So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Interesting timing. May I see it then? The writ?
Here you are, one writ, issued directly from Abbot Newell.
Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away.
Copy that. What in the void is going on here?
The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. We have no desire to resume open warfare with Auntie's choice. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location.
Transport pod. It's a weird thing to call a missile.
Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they are collected for redistribution. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, despite the explosive nature of the material. Fortunately, we have potentially identified the culprit, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations.
Okay. Sounds like the perpetrator had you cornered.
Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls, though
wait, isn't this one of the
steadfastly maintaining her
companions?
innocence. She has also barricaded herself in the operations
I think Ava's
control
one of the
room
companions.
below.
I think that's like
A
the
move
sniper
not likely
girl.
to allay anyone's suspicions.
Alright, I'll be on my way.
I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
Alright, we need to inquire below to further the investigation.
Evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to not but tender visitors. So, has it been classified as an accident? Or an attack? What I'd like to know.
Probably not gonna need a marksman rifle down here, but we'll find out. Man, I'm starting to get deep enough into the game. I would like a fourth weapon slot.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control
Great. Raptidon hide. Archivist. Alright.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party.
You mean Initiate Alva?
A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about.
Duly noted. I'll take it on from here.
But I haven't even told you the worst part. How Alva took control. The subsequent, albeit strangely indirect, obloquy and vituperation. The lives lost.
I got the gist. I'll continue my own investigation from here.
Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
This place is a bit of a mess. Looks pretty cool though.
Of course she's hiding something. Do you think those two exemplars just fell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Oh man, I can't do anything. Can't do any observations. What's behind board number 4, Bob? Ooh, Dragoon armor. Interesting. Ooh, hello. Tentacle rebreather and a Fabwitch. Anything else? No? We're good. Alright. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anything else? Really? That was it? That's all that was in here? Okay, they're covering all the exits. Let's do a save before we talk to her.
Oh, hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now?
Okay, let's see here. No, she's not one of the companions. I was thinking she was. Oh, yes, she is. This is her. You initially meet her under the alias Initiate Alba. Okay, so I'm not wrong. This is her. Perfect. Okay. It's like I could have sworn this was her.
And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire? Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend? Another Earth Directorate agent, I see. Seems sad.
Is she talking about me?
Oh, my! That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding.
Wait, how could you tell I'm from Earth Directorate?
I expect few in the Order know of you, but, well, I've kept to a role here that is purposely not very taxing. Others prefer calculations in their spare time. I have my stories. Between launches, I enjoyed serials, two-bit dreadfuls, periodicals. I adore Zane and Buddy, even if they are considered contraband. And you decidedly share their upright bearing. For the longest time, I didn't realize your organization actually existed. But here you are, well-timed and, no doubt, eager to help.
Absolutely. Eagerness and good timing are our calling cards. We'll have this mess sorted in no time.
Oh, you sounded just like Buddy, striving his best to resemble Commander Zane. The similarity was uncanny.
All I care about here is finding out who launched the attack.
Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this.
So what, it seems to think you were responsible?
I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? Oh, don't they always attempt to, flee the scene?
Tell me your side then.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow.
So you're saying Proctor Svada is falsely incriminating you?
I hate to speak poorly of management, but we workfolk around the manufactory consider the Proctor something of a petty bureaucrat, dear. I assume she's acting as any functionary would, assigning blame to appear in control. Well, you know the type, surely.
You seem pretty competent for someone stuck at the initiate level.
I've refused a few promotions over the years. Undemanding work provides me ample personal time for my stories. I enjoy speculative fiction. Does that make me suspicious?
No. Enjoying speculative fiction is not yet deemed a crime by Earth Directorate law. Premeditated murder and acts of terror are.
Do you have any way to prove your innocence?
Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here.
Okay.
The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch.
Perfect.
Why, yes. I could unseal access to the records repository for you, and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of.
Y'all do that and you'll come out?
Certainly, of course. If you help me uncover who's responsible, I will gladly open this door. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the
Copy
plan
that.
favor us against long odds.
Right. Inquire below. We need to search.
Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her. Just blended in with the series.
Investigator?
Thank you very much. Pardon me, coming through. All right. Messages. Senior Archivist Leader, word of caution. Arachnid. Army lab use concern. Launch records. Here we go. Records expunged. Please review backup. Physical. Really? The launch records. Okay, hang on. Number of extracted timestamped. You ever look at recent launch? The entry shows that it was directed at Outpost Opportunity. You also detect a slight odor from the records, but it's unclear if it's a type of paper or the printing process. But let's look closer. The records clearly show that Initiate Alpha launched the payload at Outpost Opportunity. It's undisputable that she fired the command, though the smell seems curious. Huh. So those have been doctored. More than likely, given the strange smell.
Patrol's back, I hear.
Our Earth Directory, friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes,
Indeed.
they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
Facility secured then?
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different.
Oh, hang on a second. That's awesome. So my brother is in. So my CPA. Turns out his in-laws have a small vineyard in California, or excuse me, in Colorado. I'm gonna go look this up really quick. And my brother is out there visiting and just got some free wine. They're on a road trip right now. They delivered they just butchered 4 cows to take because they had a client out there who wanted 4 full cows from the ranch. So they loaded them up into the trailer and drove them from Missouri to Colorado to deliver them. And while they're out there, they're visiting family and friends. Well, I'm gonna have to hit him up and see if they can bring some down for me. Wine for the win. I'm so thirsty now. All right. All within our scientists' history. All right. You turn anything else up?
A recent security audit brought up several curious messages meant for an unknown party, sent from a terminal somewhere on the premises. We were unable to track down the whereabouts of this mystery terminal, but one message contained certain oblique references to placing blame. Nothing conclusive, yet enough to give me pause.
You examined the launch records, yes? Did you find anything, dear?
The records smelled weird.
I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to affect the falsification. But listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientist knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them.
That still doesn't tell us who's responsible.
Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I do.
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
Copy that.
All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Okay.
Investigator.
Oh, wow, how am I getting over there? Central processing.
Always account for standard deviation.
Swoboda sure has it out for that kind of shit. Guess I would too if Alva had killed a bunch of my colleagues.
Is this like an elevator? Yes.
Yes, suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zeranium overflow venting has gone completely haywire.
Okay.
What else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? I was ordered to keep watch until a specialist arrives. Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in
I don't
refinery
have
logistics.
engineering or hacking.
If so, I have something for your time and effort.
Sure.
Oh. Well, I might have kept the item in question then. No matter. It should guarantee you remain motivated to see it through. We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours.
All right.
Tremendous. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results.
We'll see. How the hell am I getting up there? I should save. This is gonna be a little hairy, probably. hell do I get up there? Definitely not there. Oh, there might be a ladder over there. Definitely gonna take a bunch of damage down in here, though, is the problem. I do not know how the hell I'm getting up there. Well, I did save, so... Fine logistics. Look closer. Safety restrictions have clearly been set to exceed stated tolerances, causing an explosion and subsequent leak. Okay, the thing that she had mentioned to me, I don't know what that's in relation to. I don't actually see it as a quest. The lady mentioned coming up here and... Probably need to talk to the NPC again to figure out exactly what she wanted me to do. Yeah, where was she?
You're back. I see my choice in you. Serranium overflow venting has returned to a non-haywire state, and my internal levels of disquietude have lessened along with it.
Wish my own internal disquietude could be so easily addressed.
This is anecdotal feedback at best, but I find sometimes a gift helps. This card will allow you into our humble little research lab. It's right past operations. Can't miss it, unless you do. The pharmaceutical primer I mentioned is inside on display.
All right.
With the leak abated, I am fully prepared to be peppered with queries.
All right, I'm assuming the leak occurred right after the attack on the outpost opportunity?
Now that you mention it, yes. I recall I was worried about one crisis, and my mind was completely occupied by this other crisis nearby. I must admit, I haven't given the attack a single thought since. I do hope everyone's okay.
Correct. I do not have a review copy. I have an early access because I bought the Ultimate Edition like a month ago, which includes the 2 DLCs for next year and Head Start access.
Not much. Keeps to herself mostly.
Did you see anybody lurking
you
about?
Mean just after the attack occurred? I am great.
Alright, she gave me a key. Just past operations, she said. Personal assessment issue. Alva. Alright, I think that's all we're getting out of here. Off we go in the other direction.
Doctor's been in there a while.
May all your theories prove true.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Evaluational dithering. Do I have to go through there to get where I want to go? Hello. Thank you very much. What is this? Essence of Vigor Kilo. Happily take that. Any other goodies in here? No. But I need to go up and over through here. That's operations.
Something about that Alva doesn't square. And she called me sad. I'm not sad. Just for the record.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies.
Respecting your elders.
Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Oh, there's a bunch of blood. That's not good. I hear critters falling around, man. Told you. Arachnids, baby. Told you I heard something skittering around.
Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress.
Okay.
Over here.
Somebody's over there. Where you at, buddy? There he is.
Ah, finally a favorable happenstance. After I became stuck in here, those organisms appeared, all hungry-eyed and slavering profusely. The door jammed. Not sure how. Worked perfectly acceptably earlier.
Slow down. Tell me what happened.
Lockdown and my clumsy fumbling triggered a precautionary security setting. I can't reset it from here, and I'm not particularly enamored of being closed in.
What's the best or easiest way to free you?
Depends on your level of moxie and know-how, I suspect. Let me think. You could try jimmying the door open if you have engineering expertise. Or, I don't know, engage in a routine advanced physical regime. Otherwise, the safety reset is in a wall panel around the corner. Though that seems a bit boring for a dynamic sort like you.
Nice. Fistafori said he's been getting a good chuckle out of the game, too. Alright.
Of course. Apologies.
I don't have hacking or
extrapolate
engineering,
solutions when I'm...
so I'm not getting it open that way. However, I do have this, which is going to lead me over here to a panel I can use. Which will allow me to push this button.
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything
Yes.
Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely.
This is central processing. If I wanted to reroute launch coordinates, I'd do it here, yes?
Strange question, but yes. All commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually.
Open floor panel. Uh-huh. Did you examine the exposed wiring?
Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both.
What were you doing around the time of the attack on Outpost Opportunity?
I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside.
What do you know about Initiate Alva?
Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Well, careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
He said something about a floor panel. Patchwork array of switch boxes and cables. Look closer. Reminiscent of how... Yep, we need to return with our findings. Oh, shit, wrong thing. I don't need that. There was more spiders. I didn't know there was more spiders. Wasn't ready for more spiders, man. Run like the wind. All right. Back to report. Oops.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Bet you
Or
were.
specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
What's up, Babylonia? Someone rerouted the launch coordinates and pushed processing settings past tolerances.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is
Yeah,
definitely
don't spoil
something.
it, man, for sure.
Would be an odd step for
But I
Alva
appreciate
here to take,
the lurk.
except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how.
You seem like you've drawn a conclusion.
I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target.
She's an
I'd
assassin.
advise you dears to help or stay out of my
That's
way.
awesome.
Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
I agree. It's obvious she was framing you.
Her possible involvement notwithstanding, Constance Svoboda is an Order proctor, and I cannot abide her cold-blooded murder. Especially by someone we clearly know so little about. You are far more capable than some back manufacturing button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
The end point? Wish I had a cool code name.
We can brainstorm later.
What's a Department of Preemptive Casual Redirection?
I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
She's right. Enough pontificating. Time to make a decision.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda.
The Order believed in her to do what's needed. Have faith in your superiors, and in her.
Yes, you did work for Orlo, didn't you? If the former bishop trusted you to intercede when necessary, I suppose I must as well. I won't stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here.
Always happy to save lives. Anything else?
Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What
Oh,
are you
she's
doing
got
here?
a new headpiece.
Come to surrender, I take it.
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
Uh-huh. If she doesn't talk, shoot her.
Wait, you can't possibly believe this, Balderdash. This is all nothing more than a
Balderdash.
flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Well, that was quick and
Thus
easy.
concludes a thoroughly distasteful business.
Nice aim there. Zane and Buddy would be proud.
What a nice and thoughtful thing to say, dear. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
It would have been nice to perform that search before there was a corpse in the room, but beggars and choosers.
The proctor left her terminal on. Maybe it holds some sign of who she was working for.
Where's the terminal? Oh, right here. Access oversight control. Unlock toxin, Malivium repository access. Return to root. Rubbish bin. File deletion incomplete. Commence message recovery. Recovered entries. Abbott Newell, subject to matter of some advisement. From Abbott Newell to Proctor Savoda. As you know, I value your sagacity when it comes to supervisory matters. With that said, allow me the following question to you. If one had a close friend or friend, even whose diligence appears to have slid, his calculations become increasingly error-ridden, what actions would you advise? Speaking hypothetically, of course.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look.
I agree.
That terminal previously appeared non-operational. As it is now active, you may be able to discover some information about the attack on it.
Yeah, I got it covered. Inconceivable! It's true. Alright, where am I supposed to go from here? So what is office terminal? It's toxic effluvium repository.
Used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors.
Ooh, that's some sort of big-ass gun. Not identified, subject to your orders. From, not identified, to unknown recipient. The attack on the outpost was meant to reignite active fighting between Auntie's choice and the order. Instead, it has only resulted in an investigation. This is an unacceptable error on your part, and I expected better. Cooperate with Earth Directive Agent, and know that further failure will be met with severe consequences. In light of recent setbacks, DeVries has concluded we will pursue contingency plan A467. Further instructions will be issued at the time of my predetermining.
The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme.
Yes, I'm pursuing the head of the conspiracy, Augustine DeVries.
Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here.
Can't tell if you're shaken or euphoric right now.
This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you.
100%.
believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well.
Absolutely.
I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say?
Absolutely. How could I say no?
Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Val, we'll catch up later.
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place.
Okay. Now, let's before we do anything, I get to choose what she wants. Small portable capacitors near you. Walking over them automatically activates them, restoring gadget energy. Attacking them, that doesn't sound that great. She analyzes enemy combat, marking them. When active, your attacks will then knock them down, stun them, or cause them to bleed. That's pretty awesome. Recharge Palace. If your attacks against targets affected by her companion ability, restore gadget energy. Don't care. Now affect an area around the target, applying it to all nearby enemies. Yes, please. So she is like a debuffer, essentially. Alright, we're gonna go confront the abbot now. Oh, I think we have to leave here manually, though, first.
My fellow loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Well...
That snake. You think the abbot's involved too? If he ain't, he's in for a rude awakening. We should get ourselves back to the monastery.
Yep. Shit's going down.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here.
I understood then, and I understand now.
Well, regardless, I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
You're welcome. I'm glad that you are so genteel in your responses. Boop-a-doop, boop-a-doop, boop, boop, boop-a-boop, boop, boop, boop-a-doo, boop-a-doo, boop, 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 boop.
So many dead, places falling apart. The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down...
Grand Architect! First Agent! Oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer, Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order.
He ain't trapped, buddy.
My access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift.
I got bad news for you, buddy. Your seer's not a victim. He organized the whole thing.
No, I've known Landon for years. You must be mistaken.
I saw the transistor myself. He wasn't under duress. He's working with DeVries.
If what you say is true, that is damning evidence indeed. But why would he do it? Align himself against the Order? Against a friend?
Well, a good reason to turn traitor. You've sabotaged his advancement.
That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing?
You playing dumb is only gonna make me mad.
You seem to be under the mistaken assumption that the Earth Directorate has any true authority here. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy.
The conspirators are trying to stop some peace talks. Do you know anything about that?
Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening.
The how isn't important. Just tell me what you know.
Representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that.
Anything else? I'm getting an itchy trigger finger.
Yes. Regardless of their current actions, those people up there are still members of the Order. My colleagues and friends. Please remember that. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
So, I still didn't find his secret, did I?
Please hurry. I fear...
He didn't tell us why, though. I wonder if I could, hang on, let me load here. Trail the Chater. Because I had an option to lie instead of just using information. And I want to see if there's a different outcome to that. Because he didn't tell us why he was undermining. He was just like, how could you dare accuse me of that? I must see the alternative options for conversation dialogue. Learn the Abbot's secret optional. Let's do a hard save up here.
I'm going to lend a hand at the exclusion section.
One never relishes saying we did.
Grand Architect! Agent! A rogue? To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. No, I've known Landon for years. If what you say is true, that is
no use feigning
damning
it. See, we
evidence
both know when he
indeed.
really did this,
But
don't we?
Why would he do it? Architect, forgive me. You're right.
So that was the Charlotte's perk.
This is all my fault. The truth
So I'm
is,
calling a bluff.
I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the
So
savant
that
he
was
is,
what I
never
needed
have
to do
been.
to convince him to tell the truth.
If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest to all. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further.
Okay.
Peace talks. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to this. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways.
Yeah, no one asked you to come.
No? How grand! Once you reach the monastery, go forth as was determined, and may the...
Alright, well that allowed me to get the secret that I needed to get, which is perfect. Cool. Alright, I'm going to leave you here, guys. I'm starving, and Chris came in here like 30 minutes ago to let me know that lunch was ready. So I'm going to go get some lunch. I do not have Lord of the Rings online tonight. So I'm going to eat lunch, check in with Chris. I don't know what she has going on for the rest of the day. If she's doing a bunch of chores, and I think, because like we still haven't installed our oven. I don't know if she wants to install the new oven today. If she's going to be doing her own things, then I'll be back with another stream after lunch, after the lunch break. But if she needs help with stuff, we have, we go back to watching our grandniece Monday through Friday. So if there's any stuff that I need to help her with, I will spend the rest of the day doing that with her, and then probably we'll watch a movie with her this evening. By the way, we watched The Long Walk last night. Talk about a depressing, not that great of a film. So I owe her a happy film, because that was a depressing Stephen King film last night. I'm not going to review it because it was just not, I wasn't impressed with it that much. Any case, like I said, if I'm back, I'll be back in about an hour. If I'm not back in about an hour, it's because I had to do other stuff, and I'll be back tomorrow morning. So we'll just see how the rest of the day goes. Catch you guys later if I can.